Well, we're learning more about the Burlington School District. They've entered into a settlement agreement over allegations of sex discrimination at the Sustainability Academy, one of the city's 6 elementary schools. This story first reported by Burlington High School's student newspaper.
The Justice Department conducted an initial investigation after a group of parents complained their children had been subjected to, quote, severe and pervasive sex-based harassment, including assault that went unaddressed by the district. Now, this was described as harassment between students. Local 44's Devin Bates spoke with Superintendent Yao Obang, and Devin is in the studio tonight with more on this. Devin?
Well, Lauren, according to the school district, this started in 2016, and after the DOJ investigated it, the district didn't hear back until last month. The settlement includes potential changes on policy and training, as well as the appointment of a district non-discrimination coordinator. An investigation by the DOJ into allegations of sex discrimination at the Sustainability Academy Elementary School has resulted in a settlement with the Burlington School District to review policy and training on harassment.
It was a peer-on-peer, student-on-student bullying harassment situation, and it particularly around the protected area was around gender fluidity. The board signed an agreement sort of mid-end of November, and part of that agreement was to engage the Mid-Atlantic Equity Center as a resource to do some work for us.
The Mid-Atlantic Equity Center is a nonprofit that will make sure the procedures for reporting, investigating, and responding to sex-based harassment are followed. That includes district-wide professional development and training for students, family, and staff at the Sustainability Academy. According to the parents' complaint, the incident went unaddressed by the district. I asked Superintendent Yao Obang to respond to that.
I don't, at the time, I thought that was years ago, so I'm not sure. And it wasn't something that was school-wide. You know, it's pretty confidential when it's a student case. But I'll tell you that staff have welcomed the response in terms of, hey, this is an opportunity for us to look at our practices, but not just around gender issues, but also all the other marginalized and protected areas.
The DOJ is financially supporting the Mid-Atlantic Equity Center's efforts, and as part of the settlement, the district must appoint a non-discrimination coordinator by February 13th. They already have someone on staff in that role. Obang said the district's policies are in good shape. They just need to implement them.
We know that bullying and harassment is pervasive across the country, unfortunately, and in particular when it talks about these specific equity issues, many of our staff haven't had the training or the supports to address it, and so this is an opportunity for us to build that capacity.
Now, Lauren, as you mentioned, the student-run BHS Register broke this story. Last month, the paper's editors were awarded the Courage in Student Journalism Award for their reporting on allegations of unprofessional conduct by former guidance director Mario Macias. Live in the newsroom, Devin Bates, Local 44 News.